Makinig, manood, nasa teleradyo. Makinig, manood, nasa teleradyo. Teleradyo, Teleradyo Marcelo. Sa gitna ng mapanubok na panahon,
Morning, Dalpilarian. So, welcome to Teleradyo Marcelo, ang telearalan ng bawat Paloleño. Please like and subscribe on our YouTube and Facebook page. This is Mama Rochella Reyes, your teacher broadcaster from Junior High School Science Department. Join us today and be ready for a wonderful and fun learning experience. Are you ready, Dalpilarians? So before we start, let us recall what area of science is involved in the first and second quarters. I will show you set of pictures. What area of science is involved in these pictures? Type your answer in the comment box. And also don't forget to type your year level and section. So for the first quarter, okay, so according to John Gabriel Tanghal, so the answer is P6. And then Kayla May Kaliwag, P6. Hannah Marie Ong says P6. Krista Benedict Elagan says P6. Okay, very good. You got it right. So what are the different topics which study or tackled in P6? So comment your answers. Kindly recall the different topics we have discussed or tackled in P6 during first quarter. Okay, so according to Andrea Dulpan, Newton's law of motions. Okay, Doreen Fernandez says law of motion. Mark Joby C. Kalakday says velocity, speed, motion. Angelo Leiden Lagi, three laws of motion. Tara Shena says force. Okay, you got it right. So what about these pictures? What area of science is involved? So again, you're going to type your answer in the comment box. So what area of science is involved in these pictures? Okay, so according to Cassandra Leslie Yam, typhoon. Janaya Benliro says earth science. Helena Loris Solentino, earth science. Rian Gemelin Cabanilla says earth science. And then Adria Chloe, the mission, earth and space. So you got it right again, second quarter. So we studied about earth and space or earth science. So what are the different topics that we have discussed in second quarter? So key in your answer in the comment box. Okay, so Andrea Gulpan says earthquake. Tarashena says typhoon. And Pablo says tropical cyclones. So John Andre Wong says pillbox, earthquake, volcanics, and typhoons. So Leila Kaluwag says earthquakes and typhoons. Okay, so that's good. So it seems that you learn a lot from those lessons. Okay, so this time I'm going to show you another set of pictures for you to identify what area of science we're going to tackle this third quarter. So kindly type your answer so I can read it. Okay, so according to Celdric Rodriguez, he said chemistry. So Rain Panganiban, together with Suzanne Pascual, Adriana Demission or Berlongan, Ken Justin, Antonio. Okay, so they answered chemistry. Okay, so very good. So this third quarter, we're going to discuss about chemistry. So what comes in your mind when you hear the word chemistry? So type down your answers. Second, what comes in your mind when you hear the word chemistry? You have negative or positive impulse regarding this word. So type down your answers. Okay, so according to Janelle Carpio, formulas, then J. Brian Bonifacio, experiments. So I, Jelena de la Tonga, so okay. And then we have Tarashena, compositions, and then Rain Panganiban says elements. And then Hill Abela says mixtures. And then Leila Kaluwag says study of matter. Okay. So your answers are all correct. So what is chemistry? What we're going to discuss in chemistry? So chemistry is the scientific study of matter, its properties, and interaction with other matter and with energy. There is also the branch of science that deals with the identifications of the substances of which its matter is composed, the investigation of their properties and the ways in which they interact, combine, and change, and the use of these processes to form new substances. So before we continue, here is the most essential learning competency for today's lesson. We're going to explain the properties of solids, liquids, and gases, and the particle nature of matter. So our main topic is about matter. So let's talk about matter. What's the matter? What is matter? Matter and energy make up the entire universe. It is made up of very small particles called atoms. The substance that you can eat, breathe, touch, and all that we have in our surroundings are all made up of atoms. Matter is anything that has mass and volume. Mass is the measure of the amount of matter the object has, while volume measure of the space occupied by an object. So let me know if you can distinguish matter and non-matter. So I'm going to show you different pictures, and then you're going to tell whether if they are matter or non-matter. Here is the first picture. Is this matter or non-matter? So just type your answer in the comment box. Okay, so according to Linus A. and James Labrino, it is matter. And then Mark Joey Kalakdoy says it is matter. Hannah Marie Ong says matter. Kent Justin Antonio says matter. So Tara Shana together with Althea, Cassandra, Layla. Okay, so they answered matter. Okay, very good, guys. How about this next picture? Is this matter or non-matter? So remember that matter, it occupies space. So kindly type your answers. Okay, so according to Linus A. and James Sobrino, it is non-matter. Kevin John De Leon, non-matter. Victor Santos III, non-matter. So Jake Arwin Chongson, non-matter. Tara Shana Isel. So they said it is non-matter. Okay, very good. Because light it is a form of energy. That's why it is considered as non-matter. Okay, here is another picture. Is this matter or non-matter? So key in your answer. Okay, so according to Luis Gabriel Dorado, it is matter. John Justin de los Reyes, matter. So Andre Alparo Martel, non-matter. Tarashena, okay, matter. So Kim Daniel Salvador, together with Adrian Chloe Demission, Layla Kaluwag. So they say this is matter, of course. So lives occupy space. Okay, so good thinking. How about the next picture? Is this matter or non-matter? So kindly type your answers. So according to Michaela Figueroa, Denise, Ralph Nathan Magsilungan, Erica Belong, Ken Justin Antonio, Erwin Pabian. Okay, so the answer is matter. Okay, very good. So how about this last picture? Is this matter or non-matter? Okay, so Kit Denver says it is non-matter. So according to Marilyn, Cassandra, Christophe, Janelle, Mika Lopez, Sunshine. Okay, so they answered non-matter. So you got it right. So that is considered as non-matter because it is in the form of heat. So heat is in transit. So you're now able to distinguish matter from non-matter. So grade 8 learners continue tuning in. So to give you some icebreaker, let's watch this music video clip. So did you enjoy the video? So what can you say about the song? What is it all about? So type your answers in the comment box. Okay. So according to Hira Peralta, it is about types of matter. So Tara, Shanna Gomez, states of matter. Kevin Chan, it's about the three states. And then Renea Joy de la Cruz says it is about three pieces of matter. Okay, that's right. So based from the music video, so we have three states of matter. So we have solid, liquid, and gas. So before we continue, we're going to have a simple exercise. So ready your pen and paper. So we're going to classify the materials into solid, liquid, and gas. So given this list of materials, your task is to classify them. So what are the list of materials? So we have water, milk, ice, copper, oil, salt, kerosene, nitrogen, oxygen, mercury, cloth, paper, and air. So once again, so ready your pen and paper. So I'm gonna give you 2 minutes to classify these materials, and then afterwards, be ready to type your answer. So according to pace. Okay, time starts now. Okay, so time's up. Okay, so what are the materials? What are the materials under solid? So type your answers on the comment box. So I'll be waiting for your answer. Okay, so according to Matt Charles Sarabia, so solid, paper, ice, cloth, salt, copper. And then we have Roy Carmela Kua. So solid salt, paper, ice, cloth, copper. And then we have Janelle Maika Lopez. So solid. So we have ice, copper, salt, cloth, and paper. Okay, so let's reveal the answer. So in solid, we have copper, salt, cloth, paper, and ice. And then how about liquid? So what are the materials included in it? So kindly type your answer on the comment box. So we have Andrea Galpan, so liquid. We have water, milk, oil, kerosene. And then Cyril Komachu. So we have milk, water, and then Jasmine Mariel S. Garcia. So water, liquid, milk, oil. Okay, so what is the correct answer? So liquids, we have water, milk, oil, kerosene, and mercury. Okay, how about the last one, or gas? So what are the materials under gas? So according to Janel Cabrillo, so gas, nitrogen, oxygen, air. So Mark Neil Harikal, so he answered nitrogen, oxygen, air. And then we have Cassandra Leslie Yam. So gas, air, oxygen, nitrogen. And then according to Miguel Cruz, so we have nitrogen, oxygen, air. So let's reveal the correct answer. So included in gas, we have nitrogen, oxygen, and air. So very good. So you got all the answers correctly. So hope you will stay until the lesson ends. So you were able to distinguish and group the materials into solid, liquid, and gas. So remember that there are other pieces of matter that include plasma and Bose-Einstein condensate. But we will focus our discussion on the three states of matter: solid, liquid, and gas. Solid, liquid, and gas can be distinguished from each other on a microscopic level based on their shape and volume. So another way of distinguishing the three phases of matter is based on the arrangement of their molecules or particles. So I'm going to show you illustrations of the arrangement of molecules, and then your task is going to guess what phase of matter is this. So kindly comment your answer on the comment box. Okay, so according to Lawrence Roque, it is solid. So Kelly San Pedro, together with Prince John Deloso, Aisel Dabney Abendaño, Bon Azen Cordobilia, J. Brian Bonifacio. Okay, so you got it all. The answer is solid. So very good. So the molecules in solid are closely packed together, and contain the least amount of kinetic energy. So other characteristic of solids, so it has definite shape and volume. It is most dense space. It's difficult to compress. Exception is water, so the particles vibrate in fixed positions. So solids have crystalline lattice structure. So most attraction occurs between particles. So next, you're going to observe the arrangement of molecules in this illustration. And then you're going to guess what piece of matter is this. So again, type down your answers below. Okay, so according to Haney Ong, so John Colina Baula, solid. So Gillian Ramos says it is liquid. Bon Eason Cordovilla, liquid. So Aisel Dabney Abendaño, liquid. Cassandra Leslie Yam, liquid. Okay, so the correct answer is liquid. So that's good. So liquid particles are not so close, thus they can flow. So these are other characteristics of liquid. So get definite volume, no definite shape. It is hard to compress, so particles slide past each other. Forces of attraction between particles are still high. Okay, how about this? What piece of matter do these pictures or illustrations exhibit? Kindly comment your answer. So according to Andre Alfaro Martel, gas. Maverick John Felipe, Rain Constantino, Altea Evangelista, Dane, Hannah Marie Ong. So they answered gas. Okay, good thinking, students. So the correct answer is, of course, gas. So gaseous particles are far apart. So other characteristic of gases, so it's no definite shape or volume, expands to fill container, got the lowest density. So the density depends on pressure. So little attraction between particles occur. So when we speak of vapor, it is the gaseous state of something that is normally liquid. So let's spice things up. So to sum up, we're going to watch a video clip. So that will make you understand more about the pieces of matter. Bernalar del Pilarians. Okay, so to assess your understanding of the lesson, so you're going to tell whether if the given statement is true or false. Okay, so are you ready? Okay, here is the first statement. The force of attraction between the molecules of solid is incredibly strong. So is this true or false? So you're going to type down your comments in the chat box. Okay, so according to Ian, Seprig Palencia Domingo, the answer is true. So Jen Christian Cabanhen, Mark Jacob Ramos, so Ian Pablo, and then Hannah Marie Ong. So the correct answer is true. So you got it right, guys. Okay, so next. True or false? Gas and liquid do not have a definite shape. So again, kindly comment your answer. So according to Sunshine Lego Langit, it is true. Rian Martin, so Elise, Rian Gascon, Nicole Radores, so Rain Jessica Laigo Cabanilla, Princess Altea Valdez. Okay, so the correct answer is true. So good job, guys. Okay, next. The intermolecular spaces of solid is free-flowing. Is this true or false? Okay, so according to Luis Gabriel Dorado, the answer is false. Kent Irvin Akuyong, so he says false. So Tara Shena says false. So Hannah Mary Ong, true. Shaina Isabella Smin, false. Janelle Michael Lopez, false. Stephen Owen de la Cruz, false. Okay, so the correct answer is false. Okay, next. Liquids can decompress. Is this true or false? So according to Erwin Fabian, it is false. Rain Panganiban, Maricel Bartolome, Charles Andre, and Bin Kulal, Lena Janelle Benaventura, and then we have Shiley De Jos. So they answered false. So the correct answer is false. Very good, guys. And then the last statement. Solids do have a definite shape and volume. Is this true or false? Okay, so according to Jen Christian Cabanhen, it is true. Cassandra Leslie Yams says that it's true. So Tara Shena, Dane, Hannah Marie Ong, Kent Justin Antonio. So Janelle Michael Lopez, Christoph Benedict, J. Brian, Bonifacio Altea Evangelista, Adriana Chloe Demission. So they answered true. Okay, very good, guys. So stay tuned, and then we're going to pause for a short while to watch the science infomercial. Okay, so let's continue our lesson. So this time we'll talk about properties of matter. So properties of matter can be classified into physical and chemical properties. So when you speak of physical properties, so it describes the characteristics of a substance that can be observed or measured. So it has two types, intensive properties and extensive properties. So intensive properties do not depend on the amount of matter. So we have examples. Color and lusters. The light a substance reflects gives an object color and luster. Next, we have texture. It is how the surface of a substance feels to the touch. So it can be rough or smooth. Malleability. It is a substance that can be pounded or rolled into sheets is said to be malleable. Examples, we have aluminum foil, gold, and tin. And the next is ductility. So any solid that can be stretched into a long wire is called ductile. So example is copper. Next is viscosity. It's the thickness or resistance of a fluid to flow. Example, molasses a high viscosity compared to water. Next is hardness. So a substance ability to resist being scratched. So I got a scale of 1 to 10. So diamond is considered as the hardest mineral. Remember that. And then we have density. It is the amount of mass in a given volume of a substance. So example, the density of pure water is 1 gram per ml. Next is odor. That is how a substance smells. Example, odorless, burnt, flowery, putrid, and spicy. And then of course, taste can be identified as sweet, salty, bitter, sour, or spicy. And then solubility is the ability to dissolve in a solvent water. Next, we have melting and boiling points. So when we speak of melting point, it is where solid converted to liquid And in boiling point, it is where liquid converted to gas. So another property is the extensive property. It is a physical property that can depend on the amount of matter. So we have mass. It is the amount of matter in a substance. So we can use grams or kilograms. Next is volume. It is the amount of space a substance fills. So after learning the physical properties, so let's discuss the chemical properties of matter. So a chemical property describes the ability of a substance to change into a new substance or substances. Chemical properties can only be observed when a chemical change occurs. So first one is combustibility. It is the ability of a substance to react with oxygen and release heat and light energy. The next is reaction with acid. It is the ability of a substance to react with an acid and produce gas. And then we have corrosion. It is the ability of metal to react with air to produce metal oxides. So after observing the examples and then identifying the properties of matter, we're going to complete this table. So you're going to tell whether if the property is physical or chemical. So for number 1, freezing point. Is this physical or chemical property? So type down your answer. Okay, so according to Cassandra Leslie Yam, the answer is physical. And then John Gabriel, so physical. And then we have Tara Shena, so the answer is physical. So Reyes Roman, Ken Justin Antonio, Preyona Kabuhat. So they said physical, but about Preyona Kabuhat, so it is chemical property. Okay, so the correct answer is physical property. Okay, next, number 2, combustible. Is this physical or chemical property? Combustible. Okay, so according to China Isabel Asmin, it is chemical. So Dane, chemical. Tara Shana, it is chemical. So Lizelle A. De La Cruz, it is chemical property. Kayla May Tikaliwag. So Janelle Mika Lopez, Hale Abila, J. Brian Bonifacio, Christoph, Chanaya. Okay, they answered it. They answered it as chemical property. Okay, so correct. And the next, number 3, corrosive. Is this physical or chemical property? Okay, so according to Lester Manyota, Angel Nicole Carlos, okay, Henny Ong, John Lauren de Guzman, Linus. Okay, so they answered chemical. So the correct answer is chemical property. Okay, next, number 4, density. Is this physical or chemical property? Density. Okay, so according to Tara Shena, it is physical. Hannah Marie Ong says physical. So Janiel Michael Lopez, physical. Kay Remy Zamora, chemical. Vincent Maren Magsakay says physical. So Adriana Chloe Demission, physical. Okay, so the correct answer is physical property. And then the last one, number 5, malleability. Is this physical or chemical property? Okay, so we have Cassandra Leslie Yam. So she answered physical. Ashley Isabel Javier, physical property. So we have Dean, physical. Tara Shena. J. Brian Bonifacio Altea, Evangelista Hannah Marie Ong. Janel Michael Lopez, Chanel Carpio. So Rian Gemaline Cabanilla, Vincent Maren Magsakay, Hale Abela, Zuzain Pascual, Rain Constantino Borlongan. So they answered physical. Okay, so very good, guys. All your answers are correct. So I hope you learned a lot from today's lesson about the difference of matter, non-matter, and matter, and then the states of matter, the properties of matter, is all about matter. Okay, so see you on my next live broadcast. So remember this, our virtues and our failures are inseparable, like force and matter. So when they separate, man is no more. So this is according to Nikola Tesla, an American Serbian inventor. So these are the grade 8 science team. So scriptwriters, we have Ma'am Marilyn Roque and Lorena Spiritu. And then for technical staff, we have Ma'am Zenaida Gonzalez. And then contributor, we have Ma'am Janina Lagasca. And then yours truly, Ma'am Mariashela Al Reyes, your teacher broadcaster. So I want to thank Teleradio staff, my science family department. So grade 8 Delpilarians. And of course, I want to say hi to our ever-loving, gorgeous, and hardworking principal, Dr. Maria Victoria Bibo. So stay safe and be healthy. Goodbye. God bless.
Makinig, manood na sa teleradyo.